Hey everybody, my name's Liam and I'm reading some more Forbiden Fruit, The Temptation of Edward Cullen. Why? Because I have nothing else to do tonight. Author's note. Don't all just attack me for the things written in this chapter about Tia's parents. I haven't explained everything yet, and it will make more sense later. Chapter 6. The Curse. Oh, you Dard with your skin so white, your eyes like amber out of sight. Pale angel in my eyes, hair like gold rosy sunrise. I read the words of my poem out quietly. I had written a poem about Edward, I just couldn't help myself. I hated myself for doing it, but I couldn't get him out of my mind, and it was the only way I could deal with my feelings. Suddenly, my mind went black and I fell into a trance. A tall, pale man stood in front of me, all ghosty and misty, like he was only half there. "My daughter! My daughter!" he moaned. Oh, that is such a poor choice of words. "Who are you?" I whispered quietly. "I am your father! I am Caius from the Volturi." I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right. You're in terror and peril, my daughter. Beware the vampire boy called Edward." "Why?" I said. "You mustn't let him sex you, or the curse your mother tried to protect you from will fall on you. You'll become a vampire. And then you will never be safe. Only as a human can you be safe from them." Then he faded and I was awake and Uncle Larry was standing at my door. Oh God, more Uncle Larry. "Take your clothes off now, you moldy slut," said Uncle Larry, and he smiles horribly with his yellow teeth. "No, I won't," I screamed, but Uncle Larry came over and hit me. I was strong for my size, but he was a huge fat man, like 300 pounds in weight, and stronger than me. He took my clothes off and chained me to the bed. I knew he was going to rape me again. But at that moment, someone came running into the room and hit Uncle Larry across the head with a stick and knocks him out cold. Uncle Larry laid there bleeding, and I looked up at Edward. "OMG, my sweet lady," he cried. "What has this frightful asshole been doing to thee?" He's been... I'm sorry, give me a minute. "He's been raping me and hitting me," I wept sadly as Edward unchained me and I put my clothes on. Edward turned away while I dressed so he wasn't perving on me, and he looked down at the poem I had written. "For truth, these are the most beautiful words I have ever seen. It makes me feel so very moved," he cried. "I wish I wasn't promised to someone else, then I could write poems for thee." "Why are you promised to Bella anyways?" I asked. "Because I made a promise and I can't break it. It would be rude and ungentlemanly. Bella never used to be like she is now. When I first met her, she was sweet and shy, and was never nasty about everybody, but she has changed, and so have her friends. I don't know what made her change. Maybe it is my fault. She just seems angry all the time now." "Yeah, that makes sense, I guess," I said. We left the house and went to walk in the woods. We talked about loads of things, and it turned out we had a lot in common. We liked all the same movies and music and books and stuff. It was like magic. "You know, maybe Bella is unhappy because you guys are not in love like you used to be. And you should break up with her so she can move on and you can both be happy," I say. She always used to say that she'd kill herself if I left her. I could not be responsible for her death. I just don't get what has happened to her. She used to be nice and sweet like thou, my lady. And now I am falling in love with thou, and it is all such a darn... and now I am falling in love with thou, and it is all such a darn mess." He hit a tree in frustration. And it broke. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying not to laugh so hard, but I can't help it. He was so strong. I guess because he was a vampire. "You're falling in love with me?" I asked, my cheeks going all red and my heart starting to soar. That is spelled S-O-R-E. OMG, forget I said that! He looked really embarrassed, and it was so cute. He had a big erection, too. I... I reached out and grabbed his hard-throbbing male object. We couldn't control ourselves anymore, and we both fell down on the floor and got naked and made love. It was amazing and lasted hours, and I have never been so happy in my life. I felt like I could die with happiness. But after a while, Edward started to freak out and cry. "I have been such a fool!" he screamed. "I should not have let that happen. I hope thee can forgive me. I must return to Bella." And he ran away. I could not believe it. It was like my world was caving in all about me. I was so socked and angry I could not even cry or scream. But as I lay there, I started to feel different. Like, really different. I suddenly remembered what my father had said to me about not making sex with Edward, or he would turn me into a vampire. My skin was getting all hard and pale, and my eyes could suddenly see a lot clearer than before. I could hear lots of little noises, even from relay far away. Sorry, I need to pronounce all these typos right. I even wanted to drink blood. And I could smell a human coming closer. He was almost here. There you are, you horrid slug. It was Uncle Larry. Where have you been? I'm going to rape you now. Something in me snaped. I jumped at him and broke his neck and drank his blood. I had always been strong for my size, but now I was super strong. He looked so surprised, and it was so good. Soon I dropped him on the floor, and he was dead.